Hello, my name is Lauren and welcome to the Theoretical YouTube channel and the second week of Trailer Month. If you aren't totally caught up, this month this channel is dissecting movie trailers, how they work, why they even exist, and what makes them good. And today we are talking about trailer shots and how they're used and abused by big budget movies. Are they just a really cool way to show off cinematography and preview a big action set piece? Or are they secretly a sinister tool used by Hollywood to get you to buy something they didn't even advertise correctly? Trailers are weird, trailer shots are weirder. Let's explore how films lie to us even before you purchase a ticket. First things first, what do I mean by trailer shots? Technically, isn't everything that appears in the trailer a trailer shot? Well, specifically the phenomenon that I'm referring to here could refer to one or both of two things. Either a shot that was obviously included in the film just to put in its advertising, or a scene that only appears in the trailer. It's cut out of the final theatrical release.
Because I have something worth living for.
Let's address the first one for a while. How can you tell if a moment in the film is only there to be in a trailer later? Obviously this isn't a precise answer, but you can kind of just sort of tell. It's where everything feels too perfect or poster-esque for a few seconds and then reverts back to the film's typical style. The best example I can think of is the first Avengers film and the iconic circle scene that just logically makes no sense. In the midst of a chaotic battle, there's like no chance that all 6 of our main heroes would just line up and pose for the rotating camera. That doesn't just happen. And realizing the contrived nature of such staging can really mess with the audience's suspension of disbelief, pulling them out of the movie's experience. But on the other hand, this is such an awesome shot! So many years of waiting for this ambitious crossover, and then finally it's here! It's the Avengers all together sharing in this perfect epic moment. Or how about Diana stopping a slow-motion bullet with her wrists in the Wonder Woman trailer? Trailer shots are the ones that you can imagine on a poster, the ones that make you want to go see a movie because of how it looks. They show major characters, iconic costumes, hyped set pieces, etc., etc. Superhero movies are particularly notable for using this technique. A lot. In fact, I dare you to name a superhero movie advertised within the last decade that didn't try to bank on a shot like this. No, really, go ahead, use the comment section. And this makes sense. Trailer shots are basically using the concept of fan service to market a film. Superhero films already have fans, so if you reveal a comic character or a famous outfit or weapon, the fans will notice. This goes double if you're recreating an iconic comic panel, like in Captain America Civil War. You can bet that shots like these are going to be used to advertise the film. But even beyond comics and superheroes, the same can be said about trailer shots in other franchises. If a movie already has fans before it's released, the trailer's gonna try and draw as many of those existing fans in as possible. With epic, ridiculously cinematic, kinda cheesy shots that can be easily chopped up and inserted into film trailers to get butts in seats. But trailer shots aren't all perfect, not even too perfect. After all, if you're filming a movie based on how easily you can market it, then things like, actually creating a quality story tend to slip through the cracks. And of course, if you market a film based on how a few shots in the trailers look without actually having the quality writing to back it up, the trailer shots not only become a marketing crutch, but also a complete distraction for the audience. Sometimes I wish I could go into a movie totally blind without having even seen a single trailer to truly get a fresh perspective. Unfortunately, I love trailer analysis and making theories too darn much. It's like my MO. But trailer shots can be particularly annoying because they're so familiar. Like when watching a film for a couple seconds, all I can focus on is, hey, I've seen that clip before. It totally ruins the illusion of immersion by reminding me that someone had to market this movie and take my money. Even years after a film premieres and I'm rewatching it for the upteenth time, if a scene that was featured heavily in the trailer shows up, I'm distracted for the second. It's enough. It's enough. But at the same time, trailer shots are usually really cool looking, so they end up being some of the best shot scenes in the film. So personally, I'm relatively okay with these kind of trailer shots. Sure, they're annoying, but they're pretty harmless overall. But what happens when a film can't deliver on the shots it's promised? When trailers outright lie about the contents of the film they're marketing, when shots just aren't in the actual movie. This happens surprisingly often, but for more concrete examples, let's consider the unique cases of Rogue One, The Crimes of Grindelwald, and Avengers Endgame. All big-budget films from major studios and perhaps the most lucrative franchises that are still currently making movies, Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Marvel. The most innocent of these examples is Avengers Endgame, which had many shots that did not appear in the final film. But they were obviously from previous films and edited to be black, white, and red. I've been told that when they were first given footage to edit the original Endgame trailers before the film even had a name, the editors were only given like 10 minutes of footage to work with. But even some shots that do appear in the film have been digitally edited to reduce spoilers, such as the giant Ant-Man being removed from the background of a shot, or the Captain America's shield being digitally repaired. And then there's scenes like Natasha doing target practice that just never appear in the theatrical cut at all. Because there's such a culture around film trailer analysis that puts an emphasis on spoiling movies before they hit theaters, the Russo brothers decided to put their fans on a bit of a snipe hunt. It's hard to figure out the plot of a movie when the genuine new information to go off of has been meddled with in order to confuse you. But these are examples of trailer shots that don't appear in the film with a reason, because of a strategy. But in films like Crimes of Grindelwald, sometimes trailer shots don't appear in the movie because those scenes got deleted before the theatrical release. For instance, shots of Leta Lestrange at this ball were originally intended to be in the film, but got cut to shorten length time. But at the time of the first couple of trailers, they were just as much part of the film as any other trailer shot. They only retroactively became misleading when the film finally premiered, and besides, there's only a handful of shots in this trailer that the issue applies to. For a more extreme case, there's Rogue One, which, across from its 3 trailers, between voiceovers and visual elements of the film, contained only 43 film-accurate shots, and 29 elements that only appeared in the trailers. That's roughly 40% of the film's marketing that was a complete lie to its potential audience. My favorite being the moment that Jyn Erso looks like she's about to go up and punch out a TIE fighter.
Are you with me?
But unlike in Endgame, where they included edited scenes with intention and attention to detail, Rogue One went through so many reshoots and production disasters that this was simply what they could cobble together to try and salvage and market this film. There were director changes and alternate endings and just so much general chaos that no one knew what was going to actually be in the film when it was released. At least no one in charge of editing the trailers. Clearly, from 40% of the trailers, we could have been given a completely different movie altogether. So it's actually remarkable that the film turned out as well as it did. But on the other hand, it's still a lie. The shots we were promised by the film's marketing were not actually given to us by the movie. If you ordered a glass of lemonade and I handed you something with like 40% pineapple juice instead, it would still be delicious, but it's not what you paid for. And it's downright infuriating for people like me, and maybe you who like to pick apart trailers to figure a movie out before it comes out. When you can't trust your evidence, you can't accurately make guesses based on your analysis without relying on speculation, which will only get you so far and probably lead you down the wrong path. Film trailers are a fundamental part of entertainment marketing. They control what people will want to see, which controls what enters the public consciousness, which then affects what media is produced in the future. If the marketing flops, then the film will probably follow. Then the franchise, then the company? That's why trailer shots are so important, to get people to care about a film, to produce fans before they've even purchased a ticket. But that promise has to be authentic. In order to have an honest connection between your film and its potential audience, a film trailer has to really reflect what it's advertising, both in quality and in content. Hey there, how are you enjoying Trailer Month? If for some reason you aren't caught up with all our other Trailer Month videos, you can check them out in the cards up above. My brother has already gone over what he thinks makes a trailer good, specifically through the lens of Star Wars. But if you liked this video, you can show your support by liking the video and then subscribing to our channel to keep caught up on more trailer content and more. And feel free to use the comment section to discuss whether or not you think that trailer shots either heighten or ruin films before they hit theaters. You can also follow us on Twitter at theory_central to discover the true meaning of life, which is obviously being shouted out by random YouTubers. Thanks Cincinnatus, Moonglow, and Saalo Principal. I'm so sorry. But anyway, thanks for watching. I am tired of watching trailers, and I just want movies to start premiering again. And I'll see you later.
I am not opposed to engaging in a bit of fisticuffs should the occasion arise.